Mezco 112, Ghost Rider and the Hell Cycle. Let's get it. What's good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus back at you again. We've got another action figure review. This time something special. We are going to be peeping the Mezco 112 Ghost Rider with Hell Cycle. It's been a long time coming. We've been anticipating this particular figure, this set, I should say, for the better part of a year. I actually missed the initial drive for it, but I lucked up and managed to get on board when the POs came out that Ghosty was on his way out, and I managed to get tethered onto it and got mine. So yeah, everything turned out well. So yeah, this is going to be very, very nice because it's Mezco 112 and because it's basically a two-pack. You get the figure and you get the motorcycle. This is a pretty pricey item here. I'm not going to tell you what I got for it because you know, I do run a store. Look in the description below to see the link to that. So of course I did not get it at retail. I got it at you know, how us retailers get our stuff. I do have you know, this isn't the only one that I got, but this one is mine. Anyway, enough of all of that. You see the packaging on the opener. You saw the packaging from the other side, so you got an idea what we're working with. You see what we got going on here at the top. 112 Collective, Pose, Play, Display. That's Mezco's motto. We've got some artwork of Ghost Rider on the side there. And now that we've got our package back to the front, you should note that what we just got through seeing is a sleeve that is actually hiding what's underneath. So I've now removed that sleeve, and you can see some more artwork of Ghost Rider, and it actually continues onto the bottom there, so that's pretty cool. Turn it to the side, it's the same thing. So we'll look at the side. I meant turning to the other side is when I said that. You've got some nice artwork of Ghost Rider right there, very nice, and it's repeated on the other side, only mirrored, so all good. So that's what we're looking at. Now I'm going to get this packaging open so we can see what we got on the inside. Since we're looking at a premium product, I figured I'd show you how it was packaged. And you see the motorcycle and flame effects are in a nice foam housing there, looking pretty nice. And here's the rest of the offering. This all came stacked with the figure on top. Second, beneath that was on our left the stand and some more flame effects, and then on our right is accessories and the actual rod and pincers, grapplers for the stand or base, if you will. Looking very, very nice. You see with the figure we get several sets of hands, looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited there. And at the top there's I'll have to see what those things are. That's above the hands to the to our left of Ghost Rider. Our Ghost Rider also comes with instructions on how to install and replace batteries, because this bad boy lights up, and that's what those things above the hands turned out to be. They were batteries. I just didn't look close enough in the housings to see that that's exactly what they were, both for the figure and for the bike. You get instructions on how to install and change out the batteries. First thing we'll do is take a look at that bike, looking very nice. You can see the front there. We've got some nice detail, some nice paint apps going on. Very nice. You see the tires. They're molded in an orange, fluorescent orange / red / yellow plastic. Same with the rear, and it's articulated. It actually moves. Both wheels do, so you can roll it. You've got the kickstand right there, so we can sit up. So very nice. You got some very, very nice details going on. And then, of course, we have flame effects that are, they're all that. I believe they go a little something like this. I think this one goes on the rear. Yep, it does. So you've got that, and then we've got another set, that other set that's right here. Once again, that fluorescent flame colored orange, and I believe you sit the up, it goes, I had it on backwards there. There we go. And there's your flame effects connected to the hell cycle. Real quick, it should be noted that the kickstand is articulated, so it will go up when you have the flame effects on, because it's unnecessary. The flame effects have flat bottoms, so the bike is totally vertical. It's not leaning at all. So now we've got our Mezco 112 Ghost Rider figure on our rotating base, so you can get that 360-degree view of them. If you're not aware, Mezco 112's claim to fame is they have their figures many times highly articulated, sometimes not so much, but that's not the claim to fame. The claim to fame is they are known for their soft goods, genuine clothing, and our Ghost Rider here is no different. He's busted out with the we'll call it the leather jacket and trousers, and the biker boots, looking real nice there. He's got the painted studs on his gloves, and silver on his buckles and zippers and everything. So he's looking really, really nice there. The skull is looking great. You see the fluorescent flame effects that will light up after I install the batteries, which I will do off camera. There's no need to bore you guys with that. Yeah, the instructions show how to do it, so I'm not going to go through that. If you get your own, you'll find out for yourself how to do it. What I will do is off camera install the batteries and show you the finished product. And so I now have the batteries installed in his neck, so his hair, if you will, the flames on his head are fiery. I don't know if that's translating well this far away on camera, so I'm going to come in for a close-up. I think now you can see it a little bit better. It is illuminated, and that you can see some flickering behind the eyes and in the back there, spinning them around. You might be able to see the light there. You can see the flickering, I'm sure. So yeah, that's how it goes down, and that it does look great. I will show you. I didn't show you how to install the batteries, but I will show you how they do get housed. The head just pops right off, and then you see that amber light right there. And what you do is you twist the neck counterclockwise, and it pulls out the nodule right there. And at the bottom you have, it's very small, but you do have an on-off switch, which you'll have to utilize your fingernail or something in order to get it. I got lucky the first time, and managed to get lucky this time. So you see that I now have it turned off. So all you have to do is stick it back in that neck area, make way for the his t-shirt. It may try to get in the way, and find the sweet spot, push it down, and then turn clockwise, and it's locked in place. Then shove his head back on his neck, I should say, and voila. The way to engage the features on the motorcycle: the batteries go down in here. You see you need a small Phillips screwdriver, and let's see what else we got going on here. After they've been installed, you put in 3. You see that they already have the illustration on the cover. And after they're in, the way there's a switch, off on switch right there. So you can see that right there. It reads off on. I've already have it on set to on. And how you engage the feature is, let me move the that out of the way, is to press down on the gas tank, and let's see if it'll work for me. There it is. So it'll make sounds, and you see it lights up. That lights up the front and the lights, and then get more sounds there. I'm sure that my microphone's picking that up, but yeah, you get all of that, and you get those sounds. Then add the flame effects. Let's see what we have here. Our finished product. Push this back there, and we do it again. The front lights up too. You see that, making all those noises. You've got lights right there in the front grille as well. See if I can move that out the way so you can see. And it's just crazy there. So you get all of that illumination. I believe it's on a timer, so they'll eventually go out. If not, just go underneath and flip the switch to off, and then that'll make them go out. In fact, yeah, they just went out, so that's cool. I'm glad they're on a timer. So there you have it. I decided to do this particular segment with the lights off so you can really see the effect. I'm pressing the buttons now since I know you can't see me. If I can find the buttons. There we go. And there's the effect right there. So that's just that's crazy. It'll look really nice in the dark. And here's Ghosty himself in the dark. There you go. You can really see the flickering now. You can see the effect there. So yeah, that's pretty good. It's going to look great when they're combined. Out of packaging, Ghosty comes with a set of fists attached. And with Mezco, the pegs are on the wrists themselves, not on the hands, like with Hasbro and certain other brands. Ghosty comes with a set of a left hand that's just like open palm, and a right hand that appears to be a trigger finger hand of some sort. I don't understand why. He doesn't fire weapons, but hey, it's another set of hands. Ghost Rider also comes with a set of, which can no doubt be the bike riding hands, because they're basically C grippers. And finally, he comes with a pair of what I call boo hands, as you see there, like lunging, the type of gesture you make when you're trying to scare someone. Pretty nice. And the great thing about these 4 pair of hands, of course, they're all interchangeable. So sky's the limit with your creativity and posing. Here's Ghosty with his 2 flame effects. You see he's got a fireball, which you can place in his open grasping hand, and then the fire projectile, we'll call it. You put that on the open hand. The first set of additional hands that I showed. There was one open hand. There are finger indentations on the inside of that fire projectile. You just fit it over those fingers, and this is what you get. Here he is with one of his chains. This is the non-flaming chain, and you see the ends there. It looks pretty good. It's got like we'll call them stakes or spikes at the end. It's molded in plastic. It's not bendy wire or anything like that, but it is flexible. So there is that. So that's pretty good. You'll be able to have him grasp it, and in any kind of way you could think of. And here he is with the flaming version of the of his chain, looking really nice there. This is definitely turning out to be a very, very impressive set. Taking a measurement of our Mezco 112 Ghost Rider, we are talking about to the top of his skull. He's 6.5 inches tall, and then to the top of the last flame flicker, we are just a tick under 8 inches tall. As far as his articulation goes, keep in mind that the figure is articulated, but there will be some hindrance because of the soft goods. That's the price you pay. The head, you already saw what was up. The head, you're not going to get any back and forth, up and down looking, but you can get side to side because it's just something that just sits there, on top of that neck piece that houses the battery. As far as the arms go, you can get a T-pose. I suspect you can get it to a full 90, but once again, the jacket's going to impede. It would 360 rotate, but once again, the jacket would impede. You don't want to mess around. There is a, I believe there's a butterfly joint in there. I could be wrong. Now it feels like, yeah, there's a butterfly joint in there. You're going to get some, not much. And you're going to get a turn in there. Yeah, there's it's connected. It's not a bicep swivel, I don't believe. And then of course you have elbow. It feels like it's a double jointed elbow in there. So you do have that. And of course you already saw from before that the peg is on the wrist itself, so you're going to get 360 and all around with the wrist on the hands. As far as a crunch is concerned, you do have one, but it's going to be impeded because of your soft goods. It's all good though. You can go back. That's great, just like that. So cool. And of course you do get rotation. Once again, there's going to be some impeding because of the clothes. As far as and that's the other thing too, your head is going to want to pop off, so keep that in mind. As far as the hips go, you'll get it to go that far. I believe it can go further out, but once again, the trousers will impede. You can lift up that high with the trousers. I can already tell it will go higher if you strip him butt naked, and it will go back a little bit, just that much. There is thigh rotation in there, and you do have double jointed knees, and that's pretty good. The material stretches enough that it'll accommodate that heel to butt type of action you got going on there. As far as the boot, you have a boot swivel right at the boot there, and as far as ankles, you get some. It points only that much forward and only that much up. You do get very slight ankle pivot, and you do have holes at the bottom of his feet closer to the toes. The measurement on the bike from front to back is 9 inches from tire to tire, and then if you go from tire to the last flicker of the flame, you're talking about 14 inches there. So that's pretty cool. In terms of height for the bike, the highest point would be the handlebars. So yeah, you're talking about 4 inches tall. For the sake of thoroughness for this review, we have the base, and you see the artwork on the base. It shows a flaming skull. And in here, of course, is the stand for it, the rod. It's 3-section with a set of pincers. And the way you apply this, you see there's a peg right here where you could either use it to stand Ghost Rider with one of the peg holes that are on his feet, or you could punch it out and then the bottom of this would go in its place, and then you could pose Ghosty suspended some kind of way. And all Mezco products come with a baggie to put all of the accessories in. And now to take a better look at Ghosty head to toe. We've done everything else except actually look at the figure with this soft goods. You see the jacket here. It's really all one piece. It's more of a jumpsuit made to look like it's a top and bottom piece. But I ain't mad, it's pretty good. He's got a cloth soft goods t-shirt underneath. It's made of stretch fabric there. You've got zippers painted black, and you actually have, I don't know if you could actually see that, but there is a zipper end there, and I'm going to try to, I refuse to believe it works. It actually works. You can, wow, that's crazy. Let me see if I can get it up there without jacking up my own figure. But yeah, it's a functional zipper. I don't know if you could hear that, but yeah, it's a functional zipper. That's crazy. He's got belts that is actually separate, that goes around. Pretty nice. And then he has a secondary belt below for his pants, and you've got some silver paint there. That's also nice. And then looking at the trowels, see the realistic look of the soft goods. He's got the wrinkles going on, so that's pretty nice. And then looking at his boots, you see the buckles. They've got paint. The zipper has got paint. The buckle at the actual boot itself, around the foot area, has got paint. Very nice. Even the bottoms, the soles have some detail, treads and what have you. So all in all, very nice figure. Once again, as far as the articulation with the neck, you're not going to get any except for the swiveling because of the flame effect with the batteries. That's where it houses. But hey, small price to pay for that effect. Here's Ghost Rider on the bike. I've got him with both the handle gripping hands, and yeah, you can get him on there. Because of the impediment that the clothing causes, you will have some issues trying to get those legs and feet on the on the footrests, but it can be done. You can get pretty close to it, and I suspect that if you pose him like with one hand on a bike, so like he's brandishing his chain, or ready to throw a fireball or projectile, it'll look even better. It won't look as stiff as I've got him now. And here he is with his flaming chain. Looks really nice there. This is a very nice set. And here we have a Midnight Suns reunion. I've got our Ghost Rider next to one of 3 different Mezco 112 blades, at least 3. I've got 3. I believe this is a PX exclusive. One of them. There were 2. The main one, of course, came with the jacket, and the first exclusive came with 2 swords. So this is a very nice look right there. And even though this bike from the Toy Biz blade from back in the day, it's too small for a Mezco blade, I figured I'd just put them on there to have another comparison, another Midnight Suns rollout there. And speaking of Toy Biz, our final comparison, we've got the latest offering of Ghost Rider from Hasbro Marvel Legends, and I've got him on the original Toy Biz Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze style. That's the Johnny Blaze bike that he's sitting on, and looks pretty good. And you see the comparisons there. Of course, the Mezco bike is much larger, and the Flamaflex are a lot more. Well, they're larger too. Even though the Flamaflex on the Toy Biz bike, they're pretty good looking as well. And those tires are also articulated, if you didn't know. And so all in all, the Mezco 112 Ghost Rider and Hell Cycle, very nice set. Very nice set. The soft goods, of course, is the claim to fame for all Mezco products. And it didn't fail at all in this go round either. Not at all. You've got the soft goods clothing. Even the jacket, the zipper on the jacket is functional, which is crazy. It's got some decent accessories, 2 different chains. We've got the unpowered chain right here, and of course he's got the Flame Effects chain. Came with a couple of effects, which he's brandishing one right now, and including a Hellfire projectile. So that's pretty cool. We got some very nice effects for the bike, showing it flaming off while riding. The light up effects are pretty cool. Just make sure you have them turned off or you will burn out those batteries. And I think that goes for the bike as well. Even though the effects are on a timer, I would suggest that you have the switch in the off position until you're ready to use it. The batteries in the neck for the flame effects for the head, you have to turn those off and on because they remain on perpetually. So you're compelled to turn those effects off. So, but all in all, very nice set. We get 8 sets of hands, and you can, like I said before, mix and match. Very nice. The bike looks very detailed. Articulated kickstand that you can put up when you have the effects in place on the bike, because once they're in place, the bike stands perfectly up and down. So yeah, very nice. All in all, a lovely set here. It was highly anticipated for a nice long while. I was very lucky to get mine because I missed out on all the pre-orders from Mezco. I was on the wish list for Mezco, never got called. But then when the orders started coming in, I caught word from my distributor, and he managed to eke me into the PO. And sure enough, about 2 weeks later, they all came in and they started rolling out, and I ended up getting mine. Very fortunate and very elated to have it. Yeah, I got mine. So I'm happy about that. And we've got our Ghost Rider here chilling. You can get him in a myriad of poses, and right now you see how I've got him in this pose because that's how it's done.